You doing? This is a setup for your hero regarding your RSS production in town, learning, building, and a understanding of how capacity works. So first thing we want to do is go to our palace, we want to go to our statistics, and we want to examine how much we are producing per hour of each RSS in our town. As you can see, I haven't set any points in, or am I wearing any gear, so this is a baseline of how much I'm going to produce per hour. So, give you an overview of my town. Basically, I produce iron and stone and silver on the opposite side. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up our hero skills to reflect the iron and the stone and the silver in my town. Now, this hero setup will be for a level 56, minimum hero 56. So as you can see, I've already done building 1 and learning speed 1. So first things we want to do is go down to building and learning speed 2, hit learning speed 2, then we'll backtrack till we can start setting our points. Set our points as we go through, get to learning 2, and we'll max that out. Set that to 20. Okay, and we'll do building 2. We'll go to 20. These are always should be done. In any learning or RSS and even training setup, you should always have those two maxed out. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go down the tree on the right side to construction and knowledge learning cost. These are important as well. We'll backtrack till we can set our points, set our minimum points. The reason why you want to max these out, these construction cost and learning cost, is because it will take you, it'll give you a 10% advantage, decrease in how much. Now it doesn't seem like a lot, but 10% is actually a lot. You know, obviously it's 10 million on 100 million. 20 million over 5 builds is an extra 100 million, right? So now we've maxed both those out. So those are the minimum and requirements that I think every person should have when they're setting up their hero tree for strictly RSS learning and building. Now, I'm set up for silver, iron, and stone. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go to silver production 3. We want to max this out. Your goal is to max out the higher end of your RSS. So this is going to increase our silver production 350% alone. So what we'll do is we'll go up to silver 2, silver production 2, click that, again max it out to 20, 65% boost, and obviously we'll go to silver production 1 and max that out for a 40% boost. Okay. So now what I want to do is, because I am an iron production mainly, I want to go down to iron production 3. So we'll hit that. Now this is just for me. You need to max out the 2 RSS that you produce the most in your town. This setup will allow you to max out 2 RSS as well as a silver max out. Okay, so now I've got my iron production to 3. We'll go up here to iron production 2. Stone production, we just got to put a few points in there. Now we'll max out my iron production 2. Okay. And we'll go up and we'll do iron production 1. We'll get that maxed out too. Okay, now we're getting tight on points here. So what I have done is I've also decided that I'm going to max out my stone production 2. Alright, so instead of doing production 3, I'll do production 2 because I need to push some points in other areas, and the payoff is about the same. Alright, so we got 10 points left. Personally, I'm going to put them here, stone production 2, or stone production 1, so we'll just make 10 points in there. 117, so we have a 27 10% boost. So this should be all of the skill points distributed for Hero 56. Now again, this setup is only for iron, stone, and silver. So the points that you can use will allow you to max out 2 of your RSS as well as your silver production. Alright, so we'll just go down there again. Also, we want to make sure that we max out the construction cost. Get that 10%. The knowledge cost, get that 10%. And make sure that you have maxed out your learning speed, your building speed, 2. And obviously, you have already done levels 1 and 2. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to show how this relates to our statistics and how much production we're making now. So as you can see, our production's gone up a fair amount. Now, the way to understand how much you're going to be able to save is in your capacity. So when you see that title there, it says capacity manners, it says 4,012,000. That means that as soon as your RSS up in the top corner here in your silver, it hits 4 million, that means that your town will no longer produce RSS. Once you hit the capacity of the particular RSS, so for silver I can only hold 4 million. For stone I can only hold 3.5, iron 3.4, lumber 1.3, and obviously I'm not making food, so it's not an issue. So what this means is that as soon as your resource bar in the top reaches those numbers, your town no longer produces that particular RSS. It's what's referred to as the cap. So you can only ever hold 4 million RSS of silver unless you're obviously out fighting or getting it from tasks. But once you hit that number, that's it. That's how much you produce. So this is why it's important to shovel off to the bank. So what we're going to do now is we're going to boost those numbers even more. Now the way that we can do this is by going into our boosts, and we can start running our RSS. So we'll set up for an iron production. Great Greed 50% available in the clan store. So we'll tap that. We'll do the same for iron, for stone. Get that going again. And we'll do the same for silver, 50%. So now we'll go back and we'll check our statistics again in the palace. As you can see, we've boosted those numbers by about 150,000 on average to each one of the major RSSs that I'm producing. So what we can do is we can also go to our equipment. Now obviously I'm not wearing any equipment, so I'm going to set up in my silver gear. So I'll put on the ice helmet. As you can see, it has silver production 130, Madman's Mantle. I'm just going to fly through this, set it all up. Gilded bracers. I'll throw a falcon on there. And silver greaves. And Kong's backsword. Where's the Kong's backsword? We'll put that on there. So this is my silver gear. This is my setup for silver. So now we'll go back into our statistics and we'll see that my silver production has gone up by just under 1 million. So now I'm producing 1.4 million per hour. So the bonuses, you can read them all the way down. It shows you where you're getting all these bonuses. So this is why it's important to set up your hero skills for the RSS that you want to produce, because wearing equipment will obviously boost this. So 1.4 million per hour, the cap out is 4 million. That means that within 2.5 hours I should reach 4.0 million silver. After that point, it doesn't matter how long I wear the equipment or how long I'm offline, I will only ever hold that much. So this is why it's important to push off to the bank. Use the other RSS, my iron RSS, right? Just under 500,000 per hour. My capacity is, let's say, 3.4, so that means that in 6 to 7 hours I should reach the capacity. This is important because as you shuffle off your resources, even if you only come on once or twice a day, if everyone does this, the bank should receive upwards of 100 million RSS across the board daily. That is what's most important about pushing off your cap statistics. Because if you just keep holding it, it doesn't grow. And that's the thing that's most important.